Hello everybody, welcome to another video from Supermachine. Today I'm excited to announce the Depth ControlNet, which is live within Supermachine. I'm going to show you the differences between using the depth model and the open pose model because they work quite similarly, but there are subtle differences to make your AI image generation easier. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to log into Supermachine. I'm going to come to the dashboard and I need to click the advanced settings. I will need to go to ControlNet and then I'll be able to choose a depth or open pose model. But I need a prompt. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use one of our consistent characters today. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find my Linlada. And I'm going to say in a coffee shop. I'm just going to change a few of these settings. I'm going to change the image ratio to 576 by 768. I'm going to generate 4 outputs. I'm going to put the steps as 30. I'm just going to change the sampler to here. This is my go-to setup. This is what I like to use. So I'm just going to keep that here today. When I'm in depth, I can use a preset. We've got more coming soon. Or I can use a reference image. I've made a few images from Unsplash. Well, I've downloaded those images and we're just going to use this now. So we can hit generate on this and we're going to get our output of 4 images with this one as our base. And then if I do the same for open pose, exactly the same image, and I hit generate again, I'm going to get 4 more images of that model. I've done this already, so I just thought I'd show you. The first ones here, so the first 4 are the depth, so you can see these outputs just by clicking on them, and then you can see the model outputs from the open pose. So again, you'll see that these new images are coming in, and you'll see that we now have the second round of the depth images like this, and our second round of the open pose images like this. So what is the difference on this? Well, this individual image here doesn't give you much differences, to be honest. But what you can see is with the original image and the curls on the hair, with the depth one, it's kept those mostly within this image. Whereas the open pose has not. So the open pose has gone more creative with the hair than is possible with the depth. So that's one example. So the second example is to use this image here. So I'm just going to change coffee shop for in a restaurant. So we're just going to do this and it's just going to, now we are putting the open pose first. So we are taking this image and we want to get one of our consistent character, and I wonder what's going to happen now. And then if I just generate the same with the depth and again, and we hit generate on this, we can see the differences as they come out between the 4 images that we have for the open pose, which are going to generate first, and then the 4 images that we have with the depth, which are going to generate afterwards. So you can see here, we have our images from the open pose. I'll just click on each of these just to show you how they come out and how they look. And then I will show you the image that we have here. You can see that it's kept the same pose, but the hair is not the same. Whereas if I use depth, you can see there are more similarities between this original photo. So you see we have this collared jacket and we have the depth. We have the collared jacket, the collared jacket, the collared jacket, the collared jacket. And we also have the hair like it is similarly in this photo above. So the depth has taken more details of the original image, whereas the pose has just taken the outline and it's gone a bit crazy or a bit more creative with the way that it creates the images and the clothing of the images. So you can see here, if you wanted to keep the same style and the same sort of outfit, then by using a depth model, you are going to get a better output. So the final example that I want to go through in this video is this one. And this is a fairly difficult image for AI to do. So I thought this would be fun to give us something else, and I'll just change this up so we get a new setting in a bar. And we can then hit generate on this, and the first ones that I'm generating are going to be the depth images, and then let's do the same for the open pose. So I come in, I take this image, and I hit generate, and I wonder how it's going to perform. So the way that I look at this in my head is I think the depth image is going to take pretty much a print of the outline of this image. It knows what the human is going to look like, and we're going to get a very similar image out, and we're going to hopefully get very similar fingers. We're going to get the same sort of outline. It's going to be a good image, but it's going to be our consistent character. With the open pose, I think something like this has more of a chance of tripping it up completely. So let's have a look at what we have, and that is exactly the case. So our depth images, awesome. You see the fingers, you see the detail. It's a beautiful image. Again, we have that, and again, and the final one. So we have a really beautiful image of our model there with the pose like it should be. And then we have a look at our open pose, which just is having a hard time to understand. So you'll see it's managed to keep the hand in the same place, but we haven't got the image in the same place except that. So the whole body is completely messed up. But we've got the hand. This one failed quite miserably. This one as well failed quite miserably. And then this one as well. I'm not sure if she's got a straw on her phone or what's going on, but something isn't right with that. So you can see the advantages of when you have a more complex image like this to use something like depth, because it helps you bring your characters to life. It helps you to really create something special, and it also is better when the pose is more complicated like this. So I hope this video has been useful. I hope it's given you an idea of what is possible using the ControlNet depth model, and I hope it gives you better images outputs, because that's what it's all about. That's what we want to do with Supermachine. We want to make your image generation as easy and as simple as possible. We have some exciting things in the works which will let you combine and add different ControlNet models on top of each other, which gives you even more flexibility. But I think what we're trying to do with adding a different ControlNet model every so and so, and then giving you and easing you in to how they work and all of this, is going to really upgrade your workflows, make your images more effective, and make you more efficient when generating with AI. If this sounds like something you're interested in using yourself, simply sign up today at supermachine.art. We'd love to have you on our platform. We'd love to have you generate awesome images with the over 50 plus models that we have, the LoRa's that we have, the consistent characters. There's so many features. It's such a great place to generate images with AI. Thank you.